let's talk about two important definitions related to acceptance sampling, which are acceptable quality limit and rejectable quality limit. Acceptable quality limit is AQL and rejectable quality limit is RQL. RQL has another name as well, but we will talk about that when we talk about RQL. But let's stick to AQL or acceptable quality limit. Earlier also I said that there were standards earlier which were military standards 105 and 414. These call AQL as acceptable quality level, but the recent standards which are NC ASQ Z 1.4 and 1.9, these standards call this as acceptable quality limit. Let's keep this word AQL means acceptable quality limit because that's the latest name. Now let's go back to our example where we said that we had, let's say, 1000 pieces coming in and we pick 80 pieces out of that, and based on that we decide. This is what acceptance sampling was all about. Now when we do acceptance sampling, we accept that there will be some level of defect, because you don't use acceptance sampling for a critical item where you are expecting zero defect. In acceptance sampling, you expect some level of defect. That is the definition of AQL or acceptable quality limit, that this is the level of defect rate which we wish to accept. Here let's say we have taken an example of 1.5%. What does that mean is that whenever we as a buyer receive a lot, we are happy with 1.5% defects in that lot. But let's say if that lot has 1.5% items defective, let's take the lot of 1000. In that lot of 1000, we expect that 15 items will be defective. But the problem is when we pick the sample, sometimes from that lot, you might get less than 1.5%. Sometimes you might get more than 1.5%. And that is the problem with acceptance sampling. In ideal case, what we think is that if that lot has 1.5% defectives, we accept that lot. 1.5 or less than 1.5, we accept that lot. If that lot has more than 1.5% defectives, we want to reject that lot. That is the ideal situation. But for that ideal situation, what you need to do is you need to inspect the 100% of that lot. Each and every item you need to check. Then only you can tell that, okay, this lot has 1.5, less than 1.5 or more than 1.5% defective. But we don't want to do 100% inspection. We just want to do sample inspection. So there is something which is ideal, there is something which is real life thing. Let's look at the ideal case. So here I have a graph. So which is the graph between the probability and between the proportion defective. In this case, let's say we have 1.5%, which is 0.015 here. Then this is 5% defective, which is 0.05, 10% defective, which is 0.1. So here what we want to plot is the percent defectives in the lot and the chance or the probability of accepting that lot. In ideal case, what we want is if that lot has less than 1.5%, which is this area. If that lot has less than 1.5% defective, we accept that all the time. Any lot which comes with less than 1.5% defective, we accept that. Any lot which comes with more than 1.5% defective, we reject that. And this is what is the ideal curve or the ideal graph. In ideal situation, this is what we want. And later on, I will tell you that this curve is called as OC curve. So this is the ideal case. The probability of accepting a lot which has less than 1.5% defective is 1. So every lot with the less than 1.5% defective gets accepted. 1.5 or less than 1.5 gets accepted. Any lot with more than 1.5% defective gets rejected, because here if you see the probability of accepting that lot is 0. This is the ideal case. But what happens in reality? Let's look at that curve as well. In reality, you will have curve something like this. And we will come to this, that how we plotted this curve. So this is our OC curve or operating characteristic curve. We will talk more about that a little bit later. So if you look at this curve, what does this curve tell you is that if your lot has 0% defective, there is no defective in that, whatever sample you draw, you will not get any defective in that sample. That lot will definitely get accepted. This is, the probability here is 1.0. That's very clear that any lot which is clean lot, no defective, will definitely get accepted. But if a lot has, let's say, 1.5%, which will be somewhere here, if a lot has 1.5% defective, then the chance of that lot getting accepted is not 100%. There is still a chance that somehow by type 1 error, this lot might get rejected. And type 1 error was false alarm or the producer's risk. Producer's risk because the lot was good but still got rejected. So 1.5% defective, and if I draw a line here, this will tell me that this might come out to be, let's say, 0.95 instead of 1.0. So what does that mean is that there is a 95% chance, there is a good chance that a good lot which has 1.5 or less percent defective will get accepted 95% of times. 5% of times, even the good lot will get rejected. This is one part which is acceptable quality limit, which we had here in this case as 1.5%. Now next, let's talk about rejectable quality limit in the next video.